This is View from the Bridge, official podcast of the Belfast Giants or kingdomofthegiants.com. It's playoff Saturday, the 15th of April, 2023. My name is Patrick Smith, joined by my very good friends, Mr. Simon Kitchen and Mr. David McGimsey here live at the NIC. The ice is ready. The players are coming in. So you see it just over there. You could hear because of the lights. You wouldn't be able to see us otherwise. We're in for one exciting weekend of hockey. The Belfast Giants in the first semi-final against the Nottingham Panthers second semi-final we don't care about, but the Steelers and the Devils are in that. We're going to have a bit of a chat here. We've got some interviews from outside the rink from various bars and different fans who are around the NIC waiting for these games. But to start with, a bit of sad news. After we came off the air on Tuesday, we were greeted by the unfortunate news that Ray Solana, former Belfast Giants forward, had passed away at the age of nearly 38. Ray, amongst other teams, other than the Belfast Giants, played for the Dallas Stars, and was something I didn't know. I don't know about you, Jess, but I didn't know about it. He was actually one of the players who was motion captured for the NHL games by EA Sports. Simon, we'll start with you. Very sad news about Ray Solana.
Horrendous, 38 years of age. His life was obviously hockey career was just finishing, but his life was just beginning. 2 young kids and his wife Nicole. It's horrendous. We've all got young kids, and you can't think what Nicole's having to go through right now. So our thoughts with Nicole and the 2 kids in the family circle. There is a GoFundMe page because it's just horrendous for Nicole in that position. I don't know if we've tweeted that up yet, have we?
Yeah, we have.
So we'll tweet it out again there, and if you can help in any way, please do. It's I know I was speaking to Adam about it the other day, and he's absolutely devastated over it. It was a teammate of his, one of his favourite teammates that he's had in the Belfast Giants, and as I said, we sadly missed.
David, I think that one of the things that has also come out the last couple of days with Ray Solana is the fact that he was such a well-liked character, not just here from Belfast Giants fans, and around the league, we've getting a lot of people, but also just around the world of hockey.
Yeah, and look, it actually hit me quite hard. We'd been talking on the podcast, and I didn't realise at the time, we didn't know about Ray until about 20 minutes after we'd interviewed John Phillip. If you remember, I said, don't wait until we're at someone's funeral to tell them how important we're. We put a tweet out about Raymond, and within minutes, dozens of quote tweets where people saying how important he was and how great he was in Belfast and further afield. And it's a little lesson you can take out of it. If you've something to say to somebody, go tell them, because Ray maybe didn't know how respected and revered he was back in Belfast. It's 5, 6, 7, 8 years or whatever it is now since he played here. We take these players into our lives and we love them dearly, and whenever they leave a little bit of themselves behind in Belfast that we always treasure. And I'm very sad for Nicole and obviously his young kids, 2 young girls like myself, and it really resonates that it's a really, really sad time for them. And like all you can say is he lived a great life, he played the game he loved. It's just really sad, and our thoughts and prayers indeed are with the family at this really sad time.
The Belfast sort of on their kit this weekend to sort of remember Ray Solana, but we'll probably talk about this more on Tuesday night when we come back for the proper podcast. But our thoughts go out to Nicole and to daughter Simon.
I am led to believe that we are doing a minute sentence before the game today.
That's well deserved and rightly so that we should do that. So yes, our thoughts and prayers go out to Nicole and the Solana family. We have to bring ourselves back into the here and now, and obviously the Belfast Giants are facing the Nottingham Panthers in a little under an hour as we build up to this game live on Viaplay from 2:30. Aaron Murphy did say don't go over 2:30 in this because we don't want to take away from his viewers. But Maybe I'll start with you. What the Giants bring to this game against the Nottingham Panthers? What do you expect?
Like it's playoff hockey. Anything can happen. The Panthers have scraped their way in. 7th place finish in the league. Got the job done against the Guildford team, who are probably coming off a pretty disappointing end of their own league season. The Giants, obviously, we talked about the collective exhale. No, we talked on a number of podcasts where we need to come out best foot forward and all today. Bit of a battle of the goaltenders. Obviously, you'd Besco coming in at the start of the year, Peyton Jones going. And I think the first time they played here in the NIC, it was a pretty close game for the majority of the game. So that battle of the goaltenders gets reignited today. The Nottingham Panthers have got themselves here, which was the important part from them. 15 out of 18 years, the Belfast Giants have been here. We've won it once in the AISL era. We'll want to do better. We'll obviously want to go and put our best foot forward and win this game.
So, I mean, the Nottingham Panthers are probably surprise package here.
well, David was saying there, the weekend there, the seventh against the Flames. We've struggled against the Flames, especially the early part of this season. They found their number last weekend. They took I think it was a 3-goal lead in the second game, and then Guildford came back, scored 3 goals in the first 9 minutes, but they found a way to win. So, this is a team that can't be taken lightly. It's one that everybody talks about. Get to the final. Yeah, you want to get to the final. You don't want to be going home tonight. Ultimately, if we lose tonight, I'm looking for a flight out of here.
David be gone as well.
I do not want to be sitting in Nottingham tonight if we lose. And you know what? We're all sitting outside and walking through the town this morning. I've seen a hell of a lot of Belfast Giants fans this weekend. It's just fantastic, So they need to bring the noise this weekend. You're just looking over there at all the yellow or orange or red. I don't know what color jersey they are, gold or something. And they'll think that they've got the home game, they've got the advantage, and while there'll probably not be a lot of Sheffield fans cheering for them this afternoon, if we pull together as we have done all season long, then we've got a really good chance.
Just when I see the doors that opened a few minutes ago, and it's fans are starting to flood in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here, obviously with Nottingham fans in it. Diamond says, Sheffield fans will struggle to have themselves cheering for Nottingham, but they'll certainly not be cheering for us. I would expect this to be a kind of hostile atmosphere for the Belfast Giants today. 500-600 Belfast Giants fans here, going to have to make as much noise as can. It's effectively a home rubber for the Panthers. So difficult game for the Giants today, but again, we've talked about it in numerous podcasts. We've just got to worry about our own game. We've got game breakers, we've got great goaltending, we've got some of the best D-men in the league. It's all set up for an absolute classic.
I think you're absolutely right. I think there's more Belfast Giants fans here than I've seen in years, to be honest with you. Years. You go into the different pubs around here. I wasn't here last night, but Shamdi, our good friend Mark Hitchcock, he said the Belfast Giants fans ever. He's been here since about Thursday. But yes, he wants one. We actually went out before here, just about 20 minutes, half an hour ago, to gauge some of the anticipation from the fans who are in the bars in and around the NIC. Dave Grant from the 303 podcast. Dave, your thoughts on this weekend? Obviously, Sheffield coming in the second semi-final against Cardiff. It didn't go well against Cardiff last time you faced them, but how are you feeling this weekend coming into it? So apparently there's no sound on those interviews. Davey's enjoying the music here. The atmosphere of the NIC is always good for the playoffs, Davey. It is. It's that. I'm not going to say I particularly enjoy it because I'd be lying if I did. Because you're not really here for the social aspect of it, because the times that we always talk about, we're going to be here, enjoy ourselves. It is more for a lot of people, especially if your team's not here. It is social, but for you, it's sport and sport alone. It has been, yeah. Look, as I said to start here in the piece, there 15 times out of 18 years here. It's only been 3 years where I haven't been here. And I think a couple of those that didn't even bother coming. I think I've only been maybe once when the Giants were here, maybe twice when the Giants weren't here. I don't find it a really enjoyable. Yeah, I'll have a social aspect with you guys, with my mates and stuff. Some people absolutely love the 10 teams being here, all the fans being here, mixing together. But I get obsessed with the hockey. I'm here to try and win. I'm here to try and win. Giants are here to try and win. I'm here to try and support them to win. Social aspect, is it any sort of input for you? I enjoy meeting up with you and he comes along. But look, it is, being involved in the organisation now. From the inside, what do you want? We are 15 minutes. 15. He's trying to get He's 15. Trying to get 15 minutes before going to the air. We're joined by the one and only Aaron Murphy. Murph. Discount voucher, yeah. 1-800, Murph, big weekend for the VHL. Big weekend. This is live and fire play. You're on air in 15 minutes. How much do I care about you guys that I'm over here instead of rehearsing? We really appreciate you joining us. Your thoughts on the first game, the Belfast Giants game in particular?
A lot of storylines, isn't it? I mean, Kiefer and Corey know each other so well from the GB setup, so there'll be a little bit of what do you have up your sleeve going on. Peyton Jones is going to want to stand on his head. He's going to want to stand on his head against Besco and go, you shouldn't have got rid of me, or this shouldn't have happened kind of thing, when you play for your old team against your old team, boy, do you want to play well. And Corey made a pretty good living on this weekend in his first stint as a Panthers head coach. He always seemed to come with a game plan. Even if they finish 4th or 5th in the league, they seem to roll up to playoffs a confident bunch. They're in their own dressing room. It's their own barn. I assume they slept in their own bed. So there's a lot of factors there. It's not really a 1 versus 7 game. It's a one-off to play for a trophy. So I find it hard to look past the Giants, but as I just said, there's a lot of things going that the Panthers can draw on.
Last weekend's performance of the Belfast Giants maybe didn't have the intensity that the Giants wanted, and it's trying to get that level back up to what they had.
It's difficult to you win a cup and then you got to get back up for the league. You win the league, which is your Stanley Cup, and then you got to turn around in 4 weeks time and be even better to some regards. So, in my opinion, to keep going back to the mountain, it's like an Olympic sprinter. You win the 100 meters, you win the 200 meters. You got to get rid of keep that intensity up over multiple weeks, multiple trophies, and for me, it's it's a great opportunity for the Giants to complete the treble, but they won't be thinking about personal accolades. It'll be, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, it's shift by shift, period by period against the Panthers.
No, I absolutely agree with you. We were just talking about it a few minutes ago. I see that being a tight game. I see it, it could come down to the battle of goaltenders, and, special teams are going to play a big part of it as well. I think a Giants struggled with last week, power play, Glasgow Pan got 4 power play goals, I think, last weekend again.
2 5-on-3s, but slightly slanted as well.
Power play goals. You want to get strong refereeing. Usually when it's on TV, you get that. It's going to be a tough game. I'm not expecting an easy turnout here. We're the best team in the league. It's been shown this year. If we turn up, we're going to win the game.
That's what I said.
But Nottingham are going to freak out. It is.
Nottingham are ready. And they're looking at it as an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest, they've not had a good season. And they're going, we're 1 win away from playing for a trophy. And going into the summer with a major trophy. So, look, don't look past Corey Nielsen. But like I said, Giants are the best team in the league by some distance. Bit of a ropey few games last week, but probably celebrated a little bit too much after the league trophy. And they'll be ready, I'm sure. I've got to run.
Good luck on it. Thanks for joining us. Really do appreciate it.
See if we can get a couple of fans over to
if you do want to watch it, it is on Viaplay in 15 minutes. It's the first playoff game between the Belfast Giants and the Nottingham Panthers. I wonder who grabbed Steve Thornton. Is here, Steve? He's busy. He's busy, is he? What about Robert? Robert is. Is he? Well, listen, we'll wrap it up here, boys. We'll try to get those playoff interviews. We got really good interviews with the guys outside. Had a bit of an issue with the computer. We'll try to get those online and share them with you, maybe on Twitter. But guys, can we get a few predictions, not just for the first game, but for the second one as well?
I don't really care about the second game. The one thing, if we do win this afternoon, regarding the second game, I hope they beat the lumps out of each other. I hope it goes to overtime. I hope it goes to penalty shots, and I hope they knock the bag right out of each other. You want these tires being you come first in the league, you get the chance to get those few extra hours of rest, which can be vitally important. But we've got to win our game. I don't care which opponent you come up against, whether it's Sheffield or Cardiff. It's going to be a tough ask. Nottingham are going to want to be in that final game, as I said about. We want to be in that final game. I don't care how we do it, but I would love us to get through.
David?
What he said.
Basically exactly the same. You just don't care about the second game. Let's just get through ours.
We'll not even worry about the second game. We've talked about it ad nauseum for weeks and weeks. We'll worry about our own game. The opponents will be who the opponents will be. Let's just get to the final.
It's a massive, massive game for the Belfast Giants, the semi-final of the Viaplay Elite League playoffs. Face-off is in 40 minutes. You can follow it, as we said, from 2:30 on Viaplay with Murph and Paul 80. It's been an entertaining 20 minutes.
We not got a camera looking at the ice right now. You can watch it ours if you want.
We did, but my phone collapsed, so we can't do that. But I said thanks to everybody who joined us online, and we'll try to get those interviews, some really good ones, including one with Aaron Fox, which you'll see about. But really enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us, and wherever you're enjoying the playoffs this weekend, we hope you enjoy it. We'll catch you next time on A View from the Bridge.